Love to do this type of reading vlog every February to get us in the Valentine's Day spirit. Which is such a cute idea. When books are your life, you get pretty good at guessing where a story is going. I'm obsessed. Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel. My name is Sarah. Welcome to another reading vlog. Love to do this type of reading vlog every February to get us in the Valentine's Day spirit. This is going to be a reading romance books for a week video. I have a lot of romance books that I want to read. It is my second favorite genre. I feel like my first favorite genre has always been and will always be fantasy, and if it's romantasy, even better. I think I'm gonna mainly stick to like romance, contemporary romance. I have a time travel romance I want to read. That's what I'm doing this week. It is currently Monday. The best way to like romanticize is to embrace all the like little holidays like Valentine's Day. I have my heart garlands, I have my heart table runner out, reading romance books. I've really wanted to start romanticizing the little holidays, make life just like a little bit more exciting. First one I'm going to be reading is The Cinnamon Bookstore. I actually started reading this a little bit ago and I'm on chapter 15. It is the second book in the Dream Harbor series. I think it's going to be 4 or 5 books. Right now there's 3 books out. This is the second book. Basically Hazel, she works at a bookstore. She doesn't like to go outdoors. She's very prim and proper and she's never had like a crazy 20s, but she is 29 now, so she wants to embrace the last year of her 20s, and before she turns 30 she wants to say that she's just had like a crazy 20s experience. So Noah, who is our male main character, helps her with that. They do things that are reckless. They do things that Hazel have always wanted to do but have been like too scared or whatever to do. It is a really fun concept because Noah's also like a fisherman and he drives the boats that tourists use to fish. So he's always out and about meeting new people, and Hazel's just not that, the complete opposite. So he sort of helps her open up to the world outside of Dream Harbor and her bookstore. And I think it's really fun. I want to finish this book in the next couple of days. I am like a little bit less than halfway through, so I think we could do it. I think I'm liking this one better than the Pumpkin Spice Cafe. And there's also like a little mystery going on where someone is like dog-earing and highlighting passages of like books in Hazel's bookstore that she takes as like clues for like what she should do with her next for her like reckless type summer.
Never been to California, never been to LA, so I'll stay home and write these songs, pretend I'll make it someday.
Hello everyone, welcome to Tuesday. I listened to some of the Cinnamon Bookstore audiobook, 82% complete with the book now while I was doing my thumbnails. I really like it. Let me get the book actually. I think I like this one better than the Pumpkin Spice Cafe. I think I give the Pumpkin Spice Cafe maybe like a 3, maybe a 3.25. Looking back on it now, that's what I would give it. This one is cozier. I feel like I like the story better. The conflict, we've just kind of reached the conflict a little bit ago, and I feel like it makes sense. More sense that it happened than the Pumpkin Spice Cafe one. I don't know, that one was just kind of weird to me. There is still the mystery going on in this book of the mystery of the notes, like I was saying, the little clues left in book, which is such a cute idea. I love Noah. There is a bit of the almost 30-year-olds acting like they're children in this that I see in some romance books that I do not love, but like it also like makes more sense for the context of their relationship than some other books do. They both don't want to get hurt, so they're just making everything casual and saying that everything's casual. It's obviously not, but no one wants to speak up and talk about it because they don't want to get hurt or get rejected. And I feel like that's more of a relatable circumstance for why you wouldn't communicate with someone who you're like not dating but like unexclusive with. We have already met, I believe, the 2 main characters for the next book in the series, The Christmas Tree Farm, and it seems like it's like a black cat girl businessman type man, I think, for that one, which is a cool trope, if that's what it is. So the idea of cinnamon buns baking in a bookstore is just perfect to me. I actually stopped on my way home and got a cinnamon bun from a Wendy's because I don't have any Cinnabons like super close to me. And I was listening to this all day and I was like, I really want a cinnamon bun now. I did get one and it was very good. I was listening to the playlist a little bit and I definitely see how the music makes it a lot better, makes the story better, helps me understand the story better. I have like 18% left, so I'm gonna keep editing, we're gonna keep listening, and I will check back in when I'm done.
Friends are getting married, they're all settling down. So I lay here, watch the ceiling fan go round and round.
The relationships between the girls in the town are really cute as well. I love the girl relationships in this book.
Days gone too fast, like a trip to the beach or the life of James Dean. And it kills me to think I'm avoiding the pill I can't swallow. Seen my twin brother, I keep missing his calls. It's funny just how easily a family can drift apart. I'm finally getting married.
Oh my god, I miss Emily Henry's writing. The last Emily Henry book that I read was Funny Story. She just has such a way of introducing a story and just like sucking the reader in right away. The prologue is basically her describing things that we all know. When books are your life, you get pretty good at guessing where a story is going. The tropes, the archetypes, the common plot twists all start to organize themselves into a catalog inside your brain, divided by category and genre. The husband's the killer, the nerd gets a makeover, and without her glasses, she's hot. The guy gets the girl, or the other girl does. Someone explains a complicated scientific concept and someone else says, in English, please? Like, these are all things. And then she goes on to describe, like, the small town love story that I think I read an exact book that was like this. Like, she just knows how to suck you into her writing. And sat and ready to read this. I'm so excited to be back in Emily Henry's writing world. She's a genius. She is a genius in her writing. This is crazy. Oh my god, I love her. I'm obsessed with her. Everyone, welcome to a new day. We have some book updates for you to talk about. We have 3 books to talk about this time. Lots has happened since I last spoke to you. We finished the Cinnamon Bun bookstore. I ended up giving this book 3.5 stars. I thought it was very cute. It is in my December-January wrap-up if you want to go check that out for like a more fuller review of it. Absolutely love the way it ended. Am obsessed with what Noah did for Hazel at the end of the book. It was just so cute and I think it was the perfect way to end their story. It was just a fun read overall as well. Very cozy. Like, it does take place in the summertime, but with like some hints of fall. I like this book better than the Pumpkin Spice Cafe, I would say for sure. Noah and Hazel are just so cute and I can relate a lot to Hazel. It's our first book that we finished in this video, so naturally I moved on to our next book is Book Lovers. Did not get very far in this. I am on page 34, which is chapter 2 I think, so really not very far at all. It's contemporary romance, of course, and it's an Emily Henry book. Like, how have I not read this Emily Henry book? I already am obsessed with how it started. It is about Nora. The way she describes herself is that in those like corny Hallmark movies where you see like finance bro goes to a small town and leaves his uptight cold, stuck-up girlfriend, city girlfriend that's work obsessed for the cute, sweet country girl. Nora is the cold-hearted city girlfriend that the finance bro leaves behind. Nora is going on a trip with her sister Lily, and her sister used to be so close, but they've grown apart in the past couple of years. Nora, it's very hard to get her away from her work. She's a literary agent, a very busy, high-stakes, high-stress job. She decides to take a little break with her sister to reconnect with her sister and go to Sunshine Falls. Lo and behold, she meets Charlie there, who 2 years previously she tried to pitch a book to, and he was just so cold and rude and mean to her, and then suddenly he's here in Sunshine Falls. Very fun setup. I think this is gonna be such a good book. It's an Emily Henry book, so of course it will be. I also ended up starting another book on audio. It's a book that I've been hearing so much about, and I actually bought it on physical form because I love the audio so much. It is Practice Makes Perfect by Sarah Adams. Sarah Adams wrote the rule book, which I absolutely love. That was my first book by her, and I've heard of Sarah Adams before. It's the second book in the When in Rome trilogy. I guess it's an interconnected romance. I did not read When in Rome, although I have it. I decided to pick up Practice Makes Perfect first because I just thought the summary was so fun. It is about Annie Walker. She is like the girl that I was talking about, Nora's boyfriend meets, like the sweet country girl. That's Annie. She is just this sweet, innocent little angel Annie is what people call her around town. It is a small town of Rome, and I love small town romances. She owns a flower shop. Very much so giving It Ends With Us vibes in that regard of things. Trying to learn how to date because her last date did not go very well. I'm on chapter 14 now, page 106. Will is the bodyguard of what our first book is about, When in Rome, which again I didn't read, but he is the bodyguard. Ends up being the one to teach her how to date, which is so cute. That's why it's called Practice Makes Perfect, because they go on like practice dates, because you know, of course the bodyguard is like a famous womanizer. Annie's just such a relationship girl, and it can never work. He decides that he's gonna tutor her and help her learn how to date, and it is just such a cute concept. I'm obsessed with the audiobook. The reader for Annie is just, I feel like, perfectly embodies how I imagine Annie. Sweet as apple pie, wearing her little overalls, carrying around flowers. She says things like, good gosh, and stuff like that. Like, just so cute. I love this book. It's so much fun. I think I'm actually gonna read Practice Makes Perfect a little bit because it is getting to a good point. They have just started their first tutoring lesson. Oh my god, they were also just a really cute grocery store scene, like such small town vibes, and I'm obsessed with it. It was so cute. Oh my god, so cute. So cute. Hello everyone, and welcome to my kitchen table. Welcome to a new day. I wanted to update you. Actually only one, because I have been loving so much Practice Makes Perfect that I've really only been reading this book and listening to this audiobook. I really like this book. I think that it's so fun. I am now on chapter 22, page 178, and I'm switching between like the audiobook and reading it because I think that the voice actor for Annie in the audiobook is like just how I would picture Annie talking when I like read the book and hear her voice in my head. We are just at the part where seeing a little bit the cracks in Will's performance of being a bodyguard because of his distraction of Annie. One of his main priorities in life is to be like the best bodyguard ever. Like obviously like his job means a lot to him, and he's protecting Amelia, who is Annie's future sister-in-law. So they're all in the same areas a lot, and that's how him and Annie sort of met each other. They've already had two instances. Well, one instance and one that I'm suspecting, like I think it's gonna happen in this chapter, where there's something that he like missed that he wouldn't have missed otherwise if it wasn't for Annie. That is what I predict the conflict is gonna be. It's not a spoiler because it's just my predictions. They are definitely sharing a lot more like personal things, and even though it is called Practice Makes Perfect, so they are going on practice dates, there are definitely a lot more raw things happening between them that don't involve their practice dates. I just feel like that's going to come to a head at some point, and that's going to be the conflict, is that Will can no longer see Annie because she's distracting him from keeping Amelia safe. That's my prediction. I'm definitely gonna keep reading this book. I think it's so fun and I love it so much. I actually just posted my February TBR. If you haven't seen it, then there are 2 Sarah Adams books on my February TBR. So I really do love her writing and I'm excited to read more. I feel like reading these romance books around Valentine's Day time is just so perfect, and it's putting me so much more into the Valentine's Day mood, you know, romanticizing Valentine's Day and everything like that. It's like helping me remember why I do love reading romance books. So let's see what happens next. Oh, I forgot, Will also has something against romance and like relationships because of what he dealt with as a kid. So that's definitely gonna come into the third act conflict as well. It's definitely gonna be interesting. Some of the descriptions are a bit like, never thought I'd see those 3 sentences together. Good morning, everyone. Welcome to my desk. I wanted to wrap up with you about our reading romance for a week. I did finally finish Practice Makes Perfect by Sarah Adams. I thought it was so cute the way that this story ended. There's like a bunch of reasons why a third act conflict could have happened in this book, and it was one of the other reasons that I didn't think they were really going to touch on, but it does make sense. 4.25 stars because I really did like it, and like I said, I really liked her author's voice, Sarah Adams' author's voice, and I thought it was really fun dynamic between, you know, the bad boy that doesn't believe in love and has like a traumatic childhood, and then the good girl that everyone calls Sunshine, that she's trying to sort of break out of that sunshine role because she feels more like confined in the fact that everyone expects her to be like happy-go-lucky, like Angel Annie, that she just feels like she can't really step out of that box and it feels more constraining to her. And I feel like that was relatable for a lot of people, and it was cool to see how Sarah Adams, so sorry, my battery died, but I was saying that it's cool to see how Sarah Adams sort of like described Annie's struggles with that. And I really liked the ending. It of course made me like a little bit confused. I knew that it wasn't like, I think that ending was really cute. Like even the little extended epilogue, adorable, loved that one. Annie sort of approached this relationship more realistically than I see in some romance books, which was refreshing. It didn't end the classic way that we expect romance books to end. It made sense for their characters. As far as book lovers, we didn't even finish, so we're only on chapter 3. I am planning on diving into this one next. I think I want to take a little bit of a break from romance because we have been reading romance for the entire week. Happy Valentine's Day. Valentine's Day would have happened already when this goes up. So happy Valentine's Day. It definitely got me into the Valentine's Day spirit, but I need like a little bit of a palate cleanser of a fantasy, so I'm reading Once Upon a Broken Heart, and I am loving it. And then I'll probably go back to Book Lovers after Once Upon a Broken Heart is finished. Those were the books that we ended up reading this week as far as our reading romance books to get into the Valentine's Day spirit. I think that they were all really good options. I think they were all really fun. I would recommend all of them, even Book Lovers. Like I said, I'm not really that far along in it yet, but it's an Emily Henry book and I already love the way that she's setting up her story. I hope that this helped get you into the romance Valentine's Day spirit. Happy Love Month. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye!